Drift Development, a consulting firm specializing in iOS applications and game development. Visit us today at driftdevelopment.com. Okay, today we are going to create an iBeacon receiver. This is the app you would publish to Apple that will find iBeacons. We are going to go ahead and create a single view application again, and let's name it Beacon Receiver. Okay, today the first thing we'll do is import our libraries. This week we just need core location because this is what monitors the Bluetooth, and we just need a monitor. We don't need a broadcast, so we don't need the core Bluetooth library. Alright, faces. Okay, so let's go to our main storyboard and embed a navigation controller. Let's add a label to know if we are in range to our beacon. And then we have to wire up our label to the view controller. Then on the header file, we need to import core location, and create a CL Location Manager delegate. Now the primary function of the Location Manager is for location services. But recently, they have added these new events like the enter region and exit region. This tells the app when you have entered and left the regions of the beacon. So here, this is what tells the app if a device enters or exits the region. This is helpful in monitoring the actions of the receiver. Pretty much this is what monitors the actions, including entering and exiting the region. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this. So we have these three delegate methods we're going to use. These are the did enter region, we'll also have the did exit region, and the did range beacons. Let's leave it for the setup later. Let's go back to our header. And we're going to create two new properties. This, the My Beacon region and Location Manager. Remember, we don't need the Bluetooth library Everything we need is in the core location library. Okay. Now we will set up a few things. The iBeacon app only monitors the UUID values that it knows, along with their major and minors. So we have to get the UUIDs into this app. For right now, we're going to get hard code those values here, and then when you create your own app, you will want to create an admin area to enter these values. Alright. Okay. Need to take a look at this. First, we need to allocate the location manager. Then we need to tell the app that we will be delegating the location manager so that it will call our did exit and did enter and did range methods below. Now we need to declare our NSUUID. Then we need to define our UUID. Okay. Alright, there are three methods. If you know the major and minor, you can use the middle method. If you don't know the major and minor, you can use the one at the top. If you know the identifier major and minor, you can use the one on the bottom. We're going to use the one at the bottom. Now let's go get our identifier from our transmitter app. Next, we have to tell the app to start monitoring this region. Let's tell the app what's supposed to happen when the app enters the beacon range. Let's start with the enter region. When we enter the region of the beacon, we have to tell the app we are in the region. We need to start ranging the beacon. And then let's update our label and tell us that we have entered a holy beacon area. When we exit the beacon region, we can stop monitoring the beacon. Then let's update our status and say we are outside the beacon area. Okay, here is the important part. We have to tell the users that the beacon is found. Because we can have multiple beacons monitored at the same time, we have to check to see what we want to do with this specific beacon. You may have different beacons with different actions. So we're going to go through the array of beacons and we are going to get their major and minor. Then we can check the beacon's proximity. This is how we check the beacon's proximity. This is for the first object. For example, you have many UUIDs that you are monitoring. This is what allows you to make what actions to which UUID. Within this if statement, you can also check what are their broadcast major and minor combinations. If you need further checking, then you can access these beacons properties as follows. Right? You can also check the proximity. Now, the proximity could be far or near. You can assign varying actions depending on the user's proximity. To check the proximity, you can do this. There are 4 values of proximity. That's far, immediate, near, and unknown. Unknown is assigned when the user is out of range. So we are going to set actions for each of these proximities. Alright. There you go. So that wraps up our iBeacon tutorial for iOS.